Today's story is I Like Snakes with the Don't crossed out. It's by Nicola Davies and it was illustrated by Luciano Lozano. I don't like snakes with the don't crossed out. Some families have dogs or cats or birds, but my family has snakes. They love them. So when I said I really don't like snakes, they all said, why? Because I said they slither. Snakes have to slither, said my mom. They don't have legs, so they bend like an S and use their ribs and scales to grip. It's the only way they can move. Snakes slither in different ways. Concertina slithering, serpentine slithering, caterpillar crawling. And look what snakes can do, said Dad. They can sidewind over sand, twine through trees, swim, climb, even fly. Okay, I said, that's pretty smart. Sidewinding, flying, twining, climbing, and swimming. But what about their slimy, scaly skin? It's icky. Snakes aren't slimy, said Mom. If you touch a snake's skin, it's dry. It looks wet because scales have a shiny, see-through outer skin. When that's worn out or outgrown, like your old clothes that get too scruffy or too small, the snakes just shed it, and there's a new skin underneath. The snake wriggles out of its skin the way you pull your foot out of a sock, leaving the old skin inside out. As for snakes being scaly, said Dad, their scales are like armor. They're also make mosaic patterns, so a snake can stand out like a warning or almost disappear. Okay, I said, that's pretty cool. A coral snake's stripes are a warning to any animal that might eat it. The snake can bite back. The color of a gaboon viper's scales help it to blend into its surroundings. This is called camouflage, and it allows snakes to hide from animals they want to eat or from ones that might want to eat them. But I still don't like their flicky tongues. Snakes smell with their tongues, said Mom. They flick them out to collect smells. All snakes are hunters, and smelling is how they find their prey. Okay, I said, this is interesting. But I still don't like the way they stare. It's creepy. They stare, said Dad, because they can't blink. Snakes don't have eyelids, but looking at their eyes can tell you how they do their hunting. Nighttime hunters have slit-shaped pupils. Daytime hunters that chase prey like the fast-moving boomslang have rounded pupils. Some snakes, like the pit viper, hunt when it's too dark for even the best eyes to see. I have something I found out myself, and that's how snakes have their babies. Some snakes give birth to live babies, but most lay eggs with leathery shells that can take months to hatch. A few mothers wrap their bodies around their eggs to guard them, but most just leave them hidden somewhere safe. As long as the eggs are warm and moist, the babies inside will grow. When they're ready, they wriggle out of their eggs, and then they're off into the world. Slithering, tongues flicking, unblinking, scaly and shiny and snaky and beautiful. And do you know what? I said, I really like them. All about snakes. There are almost 3,000 different kinds of snakes in the world. They are found everywhere except for the Arctic and Antarctic, New Zealand, Ireland, and some remote islands in the ocean. Some snakes are as small as a shoelace, and some are big enough to swallow a child. They thrive in almost every kind of habitat and can even be found living in the ocean. Their beauty and variety demonstrate the amazing things that can be done with a body that is really just a tube. The end.